Hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Richard, and in this video we're going to take a nice short little hop from the Greenville Spartanburg International Airport near Greenville, South Carolina, over to the Spartanburg Airport just a few miles away. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it because you got to navigate there, because I'm going to fly it without an autopilot. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, so here we are, right there. There's my little plus at the Greenville Spartanburg International Airport. We're going over here, which is called the Spartanburg Downtown Memorial Airport. But to get there, we're going to fly runway heading for a while, climb to 3,000 feet. And let me show you, I can get rid of this. So I'm going to show you, this is my checklist of what I'm going to do, but I'm going to show you where I'm going. This radial off the Spartanburg VOR, 212 radial at 17.8 DME is the initial approach fix. But I'm not using the ILS or anything like that, but I'm just going to use that as a reference to fly to. So I'm going to fly runway heading until I'm about 28 miles from the VOR, because this is 18 miles from the VOR. And then I'm going to intercept this radial 212 out here and fly it in. And so this is the checklist I'm going to use. You should take a screenshot of that, because I'm going to be not referring to it very often. So this is your opportunity to capture that in a screenshot before I take off. Okay. So here we go. I like to use my takeoff view here. And first off, I'm going to make sure the brakes are still on. Yep, still on. Now brakes are off. And back to my takeoff view. Add the power. So runway heading, so I better move my bug. You can see my heading bug is now on the runway heading. Coming up on 80 knots, coming up, pulling the nose up in the air a little bit. 90 knots, pulling the airplane into the air. Positive rate of climb, gear is up. Want to hold about 8 to 10 degrees nose high. Hold the runway heading. I can pull the power back now to about 85. I'm going to trim the aircraft, trimming all the time to hold about 8 to 10 degrees nose high. I don't want that. There we go. So I want to hold about 8 to 10 degrees nose high, continue on my heading bug at 219 and climbing to 3,000 feet. No autopilot. Okay, there's got 1,000 feet remaining buzzer. And I'm going to start lowering the nose, trimming it a little bit, pulling the power back even a little bit more, maybe 75. Get a slow rate of climb up to 3,000 feet just so I don't miss it. I'm going to try to hold about 150 to 160 knots while en route, somewhere in that range. Okay, airspeed 154, coming up on 2,800. Going to trim the aircraft down a little bit more. Let the altitude continue to rise. I'm going to pull the power back to about 65 and level off at 3,000 feet here. Trimming level flight. A little low. Okay, we'll get it up there a little bit. All right, got plenty of opportunity to practice Straight and level flying without an autopilot. Okay, hands off the joystick. All right, we need a little bit of trim this way and that way, and power back to about 60, right about there. Okay, so 60% power ought to hold about what I want at this point. Anywhere between 50 and 60 is fine. I'm not going to chase the airspeed. I'm going to let the power stay at the 60.9 that it is now. And we'll slowly climb back up to 3,000 feet. And so now, come inside here and see things a little bit better. Okay. Heading is 218 now, 219. That's good. Straighten it back out. Altitude is descending slightly. We'll fix that by picking nose up a little bit. And so I'm looking at the DME down there for the Spartanburg VOR, which is in nav1, and we're at 23 nautical miles out. Okay. When that gets to 28, I'm going to turn. According to the checklist I showed you before, you do it in a couple of stages here. So at 28 DME, I'm going to turn basically 90 degrees to the VOR, or to the VOR intercept I want, course I want. So I think I'll just go ahead and I can hold 219 here. I'm going to move my heading bug over to about like 120 there, okay? That's just a little reference for me. So at 120. So that'll give me an intercept of about 90 degrees to the VOR. All right, we got 26 nautical miles, so 2 miles to go. And just playing with the yoke here, keeping things lined up. Okay, getting back to my altitude a little quicker. 27 miles, 1 mile to go, so I'm going to get ready to turn. Now to make my turn, I'm going to use the HUD. I'll show you why in just a second here. So I think I'm close enough. Let's brighten up the HUD. When I like to do 90-degree turns, I'll see the heading bug in the bottom of this view, but I can just keep that circle on that line and count down and read the heading I'm going to and the heading I want to stop at. You can see the heading bug coming up, and at about 130, there goes 140, 130. I'm going to start my rollout and put the 120 right in the center of the circle. So that's 120. Okay, 120, and we'll go back to here. So now I'm going to hold 120, hold my airspeed, whatever it wants to do, keeping the RPM set at 60.9. So at 120 heading, we'll get there. We're going to wait for that course arrow to start turning. Start moving downward. So I'm driving 90 degrees. Oops. Altitude's dropping, airspeed's increasing. I let it slip. Okay, so I'm watching for that the center of the course arrow to start dropping down. When that gets to that, it's above the top circle, which is 10 degrees off course. And when it gets down to the middle circle, which is 5 degrees off course, I'm going to turn my heading to 080. So I'm going to go ahead and move my heading bug over to 080. Just continue to fly about 120 here, watching for the course arrow to fall. Here comes the course arrow. So it's inside 10 degrees. And when it gets to about 5 degrees there, about that circle, I'm going to turn to 080. And again, to do that, I'm going to use the HUD. So just before it gets to 080, right about there, I want to turn on the HUD and start my turn. And here's why I just love the HUD. It's a little easier to fly. Okay, so you just keep that solid line where the numbers are going around in the center of that circle, and you are golden. When you are, whoops, I turn past 080, we'll go back, there's 07. I'm sitting here talking and not counting the numbers. Okay, so there's 080. Now 080 is in the center of the circle, and we're good to go. All right, so back inside, there we are. Okay, now I'm waiting to get down to about 2 degrees. Okay, so when it gets down to about 2 degrees, I move my heading bug, and I'm going to go about 040. We want 032, and so I'm going to start my turn now. And again, we'll use the HUD, turn over to the bug. Here comes the bug. There we are. Okay, a little bit more. All right, there's good. And now we're here. Okay, so 037. The course is pretty good. I'm going to move my heading bug 032 because that's where I want to be. And now the course is slightly off. I'll keep a small intercept into it and watch everything else going on. Okay, so climbing back up to 3,000 feet. The DME now reads 22.8. Okay, and we'll just stay around 3,000 feet here, climbing up a little bit. And I'm just swapping airspeed for altitude, and power stays the same, so it's all going to equal out somewhere. Okay, now I'm getting almost on the course, so I'm going to turn a little bit, go back to about 035. And maybe even 034. I'll see, right about there. So the course arrow is just a small degree off, and I'm going to have a 034, 035 intercept. Now, all I got to do is wait for the DME to drop to 18. Now, that was in the checklist. And so when it gets to 18, I'm going to turn to 047. 047 is the runway heading. Got to move the heading bug over to 047 to remind me. So 19. Now this time it's just a small heading change, so I'm not going to use the HUD. Here comes 18 nautical miles out. Okay, 18 nautical miles out, turning to 047. Alrighty, there we are. Okay, so you say, where's the runway? It better be up here somewhere. Okay, if you can't see the runway, use the HUD. Okay, I can turn the brightness down a little bit, and I already see the runway. You have to get better at picking it out. Right now it's below that circle. If you look real closely, it is right, well, it was, where'd it go? Okay. There it is right there where that pointer is. So now I'm just going to fly to it. I'll go back to this view. Okay. And as we get closer, you'll see what I'm seeing. If you can't see it, it's, you know, you gotta have to practice looking for runways in X-plane. So here it is. There it is, right there. Okay. Now, now that I'm heading toward the runway, I'm going to go ahead and start a descent. Pull the power back to about 40% there. Trim nose down and let the airspeed drop at the same time. Yeah, 40 may not be enough. I got to drop a little faster than that. So I'm going to pull it back to about 35. There we go. I want to get down to about 1,800 feet, which would be pattern altitude because the runway is at 800 feet. And so I'll just get on down there. I can see the VASI lights, the red and white VASI lights. They're mostly red right now, but that's okay. I'm going to level off at 1,800 feet and come on in. Small adjustments in the heading to line up with the runway at this point. Almost 2,000 feet, heading to 18. And the airspeed's dropping below 150, which is good because we'll be coming up. Okay, so, oh, there's the outer marker. Okay. Outer markers are our friend. It's time to put the gear down. So 145 gear going down. I can continue my descent rate because I see red and white VASI lights out there. Add a bit of power to hold above 140. Okay, gonna put first click of flaps in. Trim. Try to hold about 135. Okay. Second click of flaps in. Big trim. And trimming, holding a 115. And I got to descend a little bit. Okay, time to use landing. Takeoff and landing are the same view for me. It works well. So I'm going to hold about 115 here, correct to the runway. Let the airspeed get down closer to 110, pulling the power back slightly. Descending a bit faster, correcting over. Power back a little bit more. Airspeed getting down to 110, 500 feet. Red and white VASIs. VASI lights are your friend. Okay, good alignment, good VASIs, good airspeed, closer to 100. As I cross the threshold, I want to be slightly below 100, so I'm looking good on that. Small correction back to the runway. Okay, going to cross the threshold here about 95. Landing is assured. Throttle idle. Using the chase view to judge my landing. Okay. And nose down. And we'll slow to a stop. Brakes are off right now. I'm going to put brakes on, tap them for a minute, let them off. This is like the third to last turn, but it's a big wide turn. It goes right into the FBO. Okay. We'll touch the power up a little bit, pull it back. Park at the first parking place here. and get ready to put the brakes on. Okay, and we're there. Boy, that was fun. I always enjoy flying manually. You should practice a lot. Practicing and doing a meaningful flight just like this is great practice. I thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video. And please stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more.